Hi, my name is John, and welcome back to my channel in John's Universe. If you're a current subscriber, thanks again for coming back. If you're just happen to, stop in and see what I'm about, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll subscribe to the channel. All right, today I want to talk about semaglutide. I just started my week 8th, which is today, April 10th. So I'm ending my second month right now, and hopefully it's going to continue to work. Now, last week my ending weight was for the week was 226.7. However, when I got on the scale this morning, it was 227.5, which is a zero point 0.8 pound increase. Now, that's all water weight. I know it is. I'm not eating anything more. I'm not eating, well, I am eating less. So I'm having less calories and I'm eating more protein like I had said I was going to try to do, and the weight is continuing to go up. Now, yesterday when I got on the scale, it was almost 230 pounds. And when I looked at my feet and I looked at my one of my legs, it showed a lot of edema, which is water retention. So I have a standing prescription that my cardiologist had given me for furosemide, which is the generic for Lasix, and I started taking it, and I've expelled a lot of the water so far. The bad thing about it is it's good to get that water out and get that bloated feeling out of you. Now, as an older person, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, when you get older, you have to go to the bathroom every maybe half hour to get rid of some of the urine. However, when you're taking a water pill like furosemide or Lasix, uh, it increases the frequency, so you have to go every 15 minutes, and it's really a pain in the neck. And you're supposed to take it at least once a day. And I've started taking it at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning on an empty stomach because that's the way it works best before I eat. And then the latest I should take it, if I take another one, is at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, because I made the mistake one time, and I think I said this in a previous video, I took it at 9 o'clock at night. And Lordy, I was up every single 15 minutes to go to the bathroom, and I didn't get much sleep that night. And when I told the cardiologist about it, he just shrugged his shoulder and he just laughed. And he said, I told you not to take it too late. I said, yeah, I understand. Uh, I'm not really concerned about the water weight uh, because, as I said before, I'm not really eating that much. My dietary habits have gotten better. I don't have the cravings. I don't have uh, the urge to eat things that I'm not supposed to eat. And I've kept my calorie count below 1,800 calories per day, which is good for weight loss. I couldn't take my semaglutide last night. I had to skip last night's injection. So this coming week, I won't have that medication in my body at a full strength. Now, there is some residual in it. And from what I understand, it could last up to a month residual. And the reason I'm not taking it or didn't take it last night is because I have cataract surgery due next Tuesday. And the anesthesiast office contacted me. And when I mentioned semaglutide, they said, well, skip the one dose the week prior to it, which I'm doing. All right, now again, I'm a little disappointed because I haven't lost a lot of weight. I did lose it at the beginning. The first month was outstanding. I lost 10.5 pounds, but I'm in this for the long run. I'm in this for the long haul. And from what I read, semaglutide or Wegovy, the brand name for it, stays effective for weight management. And again, it depends upon the individual, but generally, people tend to see most dramatic results in 3 to 6 months. So, again, I'm just completing my second month. So, I'm not discouraged yet. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed, but I'm in this for the long run and I'm going to continue going. I'm going to see it through. Now, from what I've read is, and I'm going to read it because I have my notes right here. Over time, your body can adapt to the drug, meaning weight loss might slow or plateau. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the drug has stopped or the medication has stopped working. This means that the medication or your body could be adjusting to the medication. Now, what I did was I'm on the second tier of the drug. It's at 0.50. And my next prescription should be the next increment up. Now, I made sure I called up the doctor today and had them send an amended prescription over to the pharmacy to get onto the third level of the semaglutide. So hopefully my body will adjust well to that, and I'll continue on my journey. But that's it. That's all I have to talk about today. I don't have a lot. Uh, I'm going to work on getting that edema down because that's important. I'm going to work upon continuing to exercise a little each day. I'm increasing what I'm doing each day, and I'm keeping an eye on my diet. Again, a lot of people have mentioned, and I've read, you got to eat a lot of protein. So I've started to look at my protein count exclusively to see how much protein that I could eat, or increase it to. And that's what I'm starting to do. Now, last night, for instance, when I got home, I have a store. It's a small store. And last night is one of my later nights. I got home around 9 o'clock. So you're not supposed to eat after 8 o'clock at night. But in my instance, I only ate breakfast. I had a little bit of a cottage cheese snack in the afternoon, but I was a little hungry when I got home. So I made a couple of eggs and I scrambled them up with some ham that I cut up into little pieces, and I put some cheese in it. So the protein count was pretty high. The calorie count was well under 500, which fit within my calorie budget for the day. And I didn't really drink much. I mean, I had some diet Snapple that I had half a bottle of, and I drank that with it. So that satisfied me for the night. And then I just got on the computer for a couple of hours and did my thing that I needed to do. And I went to sleep and got up this morning and I felt pretty good, except for having to go to the bathroom again with the residual effect of the furosemide. And then I took my next pill at 9 o'clock, and I've been going to the bathroom every 15 or 20 minutes like clockwork. But if it gets the excess water out of my system and gets my ankles and feet down to normal size that they're supposed to be, that's what it's for. And then I won't have to call the cardiologist and go in for a an exam, because all he'll tell me is wear the compression socks, elevate your feet if whenever you can, and continue taking the furosemide. But that's it. That's all I have to say for today. So again, if you have any comments, please leave them below. If you like to subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it. If you hit the little notifications bell down below, next time I post a video, it'll show up in your notifications, and that's the best way to stay abreast of what's going on. So next week, I plan on doing a week, the last report of that particular month of the second month, and next week will be without the aid of semaglutide. I'm curious to see how much it's going to affect me between today and next Wednesday night when I'm scheduled to take my next injection. All right. Well, thanks very much for listening. I appreciate it. And everybody have a good day. Thanks. Bye. Hi. Welcome to my channel. My name is John. Today I want to talk about semaglutide I'm going to cut it. Hi. Welcome back to my channel in John's Universe. My name is John. And today I want to talk a little bit about, I guess, my semaglutide journey so far. I'm starting week 8 today on my semaglutide. The first month I lost 10.5 pounds. Last week I reported that my ending weight was 226.7. However, when I got on the scale this morning, it was 227.5, which was an increase of zero point 0.8 pounds of weight. Now I know it's water weight because excuse me, when I got on the scale yesterday, I was almost up to 230 pounds, and I started taking uh, the generic for Lasix, which is furosemide. I have a standing prescription for that, When I begin to have edema in my feet and my legs, which I started to have, I get that occasionally. I take that, and that diminishes, a lot of the water in my body. So I'm working on getting it, to a normal level right now. It's going to take some time. I had to start wearing my compression socks again, or continue to wear my compression socks. All right, I don't like the way this has started, so I'm going to start the whole episode again.